All right, let's get busy talking about books for littles. This is our busy train book. There's also bug, helicopter, race cars, car, all kinds of stuff. You take the toy, pull it back, and it drives around the pages as you're reading the story. A perfect way to engage little ones, to draw them into the story, and to give them something practical to do for a long time. I'm serious, my son will play with that for hours. Another really interactive book are any of our chunky board books. So this is My Little House, and inside you open up the house, and it goes room by room with lots of little board books. You can read the story, there's things to count, there's colors, and as you can tell, they're perfect for those little hands. They open up wide so you can build or just read. Then we have our block books. I love this whole series. My farm animal, my wild animal, there's first 100 words, and I can count. Again, you have that chunky board book look, but this one's great because it's also a puzzle. So you can find the correct animal and match them up. You can stack and build towers, and of course knock them down. Hours of quarantine fun. Then our ever so popular That's Not My series. This is one of our newer titles, our Touchy Feely books. This is Sloth, and you help the little mouse find his animal on every page. Now, a little hack with this one, it's perfect for littles, great for babies with outlines, bright, vibrant colors, and simple illustrations, but you may not know it can be used as an early reader. There's a lot of lines that are repeated. That's Not My Sloth is on every page. And so it helps kiddos with familiarity, and the only word that changes is that adjective there at the end. So it's building their vocabulary based on something tactile. Then we have an introduction to nonfiction with our Peek Inside series, the beginning of our Peek Inside, Look Inside, See Inside series. There's flaps in this that are age appropriate with bite-sized parts of information. There's so many in this series. Bug Homes is our new title, there's zoo, there's dinosaurs, garden, nighttime, but the perfect introduction to all kinds of nonfiction topics. Brand new this year is my new obsession book. This is our Fingerchill ABCs book. If you have a kiddo who does not know how to write yet, or maybe doesn't know his alphabet, or you're just wanting to introduce a fun concept, this Fingerchill idea is amazing. They take their little fingers and they feel the grooves. I don't know if you can see that, but there's grooves on every single page. And so they practice correct letter formation. But there's also words that have the same letter. So green grasshopper, gentle giant. Hello, Harry, it's a hedgehog house. And so you're using that alliteration to repeat letter sounds. You can work on phonics. We use this book all the time in our home, even with our older kiddos. Then next up you have PopUp Books. Everybody loves a good PopUp book to introduce learning. We have Alfie and Bet's ABCs that walks through the alphabet. Again, a lot of phonemic awareness sounds as letters are being repeated. Then we have new Dottie and Dash 1, 2, 3. Goes all the way up to 100. Maybe that's how long we're gonna be in quarantine. Ugh. Then also we have our Lift the Flap books. I guarantee you your kids will learn letters and numbers with these two books. They have taught my daughter and son so much. So many flaps, interactive games. The concepts of letters and numbers are repeated on every page, but it's fun, it's interactive, there's things for them to do. They have to find things and count things and match things. And so it makes learning into a game. They will use this book forever, and the sturdy board book pages will hold up, I promise. Then we have my very first series. This is our brand new one, a science book, but there's also dinosaur, there's world, so many interesting concepts. But again, it breaks things down into fun ways to learn. Because it's illustrated, it's easy to understand. There's these big concepts, but Usborne does a great job of boiling it down into ways kids can understand. As we're working on building vocabulary and sight words, my first 100 words is perfect. It goes through lots of commonly accepted words that are on your kids' list as they get a little bit older. But it's so colorful, you can read. And one of my favorite things to do is to ask questions as I'm sitting with my kids. So, what kind of cake would you want at your birthday party? Ooh, who's wearing the pink outfit? And so making a book come alive by drawing them into it through questions. Another great one that can be used for a long time and on multiple levels is our You Choose series. There's also You Choose in Space and Just Imagine in this series. Now when the kids are younger, it's perfect. You read, you ask a question, you talk about it, they point to things all across the page. What we like to do as they get older, and I'll share a little bit more in a minute, but we do story starters. It's a fun way to use imagination. So we have kiddos answer the question, and then if they're able to, they write the answer. If they're not able to write, they color a picture. And so it's getting them to use that imagination. So for example, when you got hungry, what would you eat? My little boy who can't quite write yet would draw a picture, probably of pizza, me too. My daughter would write a story that would say, when I got hungry, I would eat chocolate cake and donuts and cookies because I love sugary treats. And so it's aging appropriately as it increases in difficulty. And then the last one is something for you and your family and your littles. 1,000 Things in Nature. There's also animals and Under the Sea in the series. But it's perfect to take outside with you, go leaf spotting, go animal hunting, pick some flowers, find some acorns, and spend time in the beautiful outdoors.